welcome back to part 2 of your kids' behaviors and what they're trying to tell you with these behaviors. I left off, we were talking about when your kids aren't listening, when they're having temper tantrums, when they're told no, or just in general they're throwing a fit when they don't get their way. Bossy behavior, trying to act like they're the parent and not you, speaking disrespectfully, breaking rules, laughing when they're in trouble, or saying things back to you that you say to them when they're in trouble. Why is your kid doing this? We talked a lot about stuff where I left off before I said there's going to be a part 2. I had just said not getting enough sleep or stressful home life situations can cause bad attitudes and anger. So I'm jumping right in. So like I talked about, if they don't have structure in their life, like getting up, eating breakfast, having appropriate enough time to get ready for things, the point of getting your kid up and eating breakfast and getting them dressed is not just that they need to eat to have a better brain, but it's getting them prepared for their day. It's getting them used to routines, and in that routine is teaching them hygiene, like you wash your face, brush your teeth, do your hair. We don't go to school looking like we just rolled out of bed. Teaching your kid not only to eat, but we're eating granola. Granola makes your mind think better. Like teaching them throughout. Kids are like sponges. You should be using every minute as you can, but let's be realistic. We're parents. We have jobs. We have things to do. But try to initiate those lessons. Like, do you know why we're eating oatmeal in the morning? Because it helps you have a better chance at learning in school, keeps you fuller, helps your tummy burn the right kind of fats. Like that kind of stuff will sink in your kid's brain. But the most important thing is getting them slowly awake, so by the time they get to school, they are awake, they are getting those moods out, adjusted. Kids need a minute. They can't just, they might wake up with energy, but their emotions aren't ready for the day. Getting them calm, cool, and collected on their way to school is only more helpful and beneficial to a more balanced kid. And when they don't get that, they are chaotic. And the more tired they are, the more grumpier they are. They're not going to listen. If they are in a home where parents are fighting all the time, they communicate by fighting with everybody else. They're mimicking their own emotions about being stressed sometimes. All right, so if they are upset with you or someone in their life about something and don't know how to express it or how to direct their feelings in a healthy way, take them to run or play or doing something very active, and then talk to them. Ask them if there's anything bothering them, if they, ever need to talk, that you're there, like getting that physical, look, kids don't know how to process anger or hurt or frustration, and when they don't process it, just like adults, it sits and festers and turns into resentments. And their attitudes towards you could be, Mom, Dad, I'm still angry about stuff, but I don't know how to get rid of this anger. You could help them by, taking some dishes that you no longer like or need and taking them out in the backyard and letting them throw them in the driveway. But like, I know you've been upset. Boo-boo, let's get this anger out, or let's go for a run, or let's go play at the park and get our aggression out. It might not be mad at you. Maybe they're just frustrated with learning, or they're frustrated with something in their life and they just need to get it out. The kids need you to help them. Just like when they have a cold or a flu, Mommy, I don't know what's happening to me, blah, and they throw up, and you know what to do. You know what puke is. You know that you need to keep the fluids up. They're just like, what's happening? Am I dying? You know what I mean? They're looking to you for directions, and that's the same way emotionally. When they're sick emotionally, it comes out in actions. So try to help. Even if they won't talk to you about what they're feeling, try to get them into active things so they can find their own outlet, or creative things to help them, like painting classes or, origami or, whittling, whatever your kid's down with. Creative things and physical things are a natural way for kids to get out pent up emotions. Just FYI, that's why they have recess. All right. They only get your time and attention if they are causing issues or when they're in trouble. This could be a desperate plea for more one-on-one time with you. So if you're very busy, or there's other siblings, or there's a lot going on in your life, and the only time they get to sit with you is when you're yelling at them, then they're going to make sure that you yell at them every day just to have that minute with you. That's literally how kids think. I want time with you. The only way I can get your time is when you're mad at me, and even though it hurts my heart, I would rather be in a room with you mad at me than not at all. So it's a desperate plea. They just don't know how to say, I need you right now, because they're kids. All right, so let's go into next one. When your kid is hitting and biting and I took notes, by the way. When your kid is hitting and biting or pushing, won't share their toys, is being a nuisance in class, or just being a bully, swearing at you or others, selective hearing or losing things a lot, always oversleeping or running late, holding up routines and schedules because they want to be moody, or to control the outcome of everyone's day, or they're just being extremely lazy or a pain in the ass just to be a pain in the ass. Why are they doing this? Well, there could be a few reasons. One, they could be being bullied and in turn are doing to others what's being done to them to try to take some control back within their life and within themselves. It's very common for somebody who's getting abused to go to school and bully other kids, because they go home and they have to deal with the bully, and it's unmanageable, and it makes them feel like they have no control in life. So their only way in their childlike brain to be okay is, I need to be the bully. I can't control at home, but I can control at school. Or, maybe they're not getting abused at home and there's just no man in the house, or there's no other girls in the house, or maybe somebody's getting divorced at home. Kids take that out. They get mad at the world. They get mad at other people. They kind of feel like everything's a fraud for a minute when they are finding out their parents are separating. That everybody's a fake, everybody's a phony, so I'm just going to tear people apart. That's a common part. And same with kids who lost a parent or dealing with a death. They can go to school and be a bully because they're so emotionally traumatized and so much in pain and here that all they can do is be miserable, because everything in here is miserable, whether it be abuse, death, not having food at home, their parents not spending any time with them, jealousy or envy for other kids having better things or better lives than they do. Kids are very simple. They're not as complex as we think, but sometimes it is deeper than we think, because when it comes to PTSD and trauma, becoming emotionally mute is very common. Asking for help is something a lot of kids don't do. So looking at their behaviors could actually be a cry for help. I'm getting bullied, I'm getting hurt, or I am not emotionally okay. They think the only way to have friends or get attention is to bully before they get bullied. Or they're mimicking other popular kids at school to try to fit in with them. They could be feeling so down and out and depressed that they have to make others feel down just to feel like they connect. Or they're dealing with very low self-esteem issues. A lot of kids dealing with that kind of stuff will become a bully because they're so afraid to be picked on themselves. They make other people afraid of them. Pent-up hurt, anger, it could be chemical imbalances like mental disorders for example, PTSD, bipolar disorder, anxiety, depression, OCD, ADHD, dyslexia, learning disabilities, or they are struggling in school.